Alright, I wanted to talk to you guys about something new and exciting that I've tried. I figured I'd do a franchise review. Franchise review. What is a franchise? You gotta look that up yourself. The franchise I went to was I Love Kickboxing, and it was the second time there. I had gone 2 weeks ago. I had bought like a 3-for-1 pass or whatever. I bought some passes and I had so I could use them. I went back in for workout number 2, which resulted in a lot less pain, yeah, than workout number 1. I was still sore from stretching all day, but yeah, I like that part, that I wasn't as sore, but it was still a great workout. Now, if you don't know what it is, it's a growing, I believe they're still growing, they should probably are, but they're in all 50 states, plus District of Columbia. So, and in there, they got locations everywhere. You can even seek to open a franchise should you have the desire. So, I love kickboxing, and I'll tell you what it's about. I'll tell you what it's for. It is for people that want to do conditioning, want to get in shape, want to kind of get some experience with kickboxing or sparring to some degree without the interaction with another person for the most part. So you work with a bag, you work with the air. So you're with people, but you don't really have to spend time sparring with people because a lot of people just don't want that aspect of kickboxing or karate. Who it's not for anyone that really does want to have that interaction of that deeper level of martial arts where you actually are going to be sparring and fighting mano a mano, if that's the way the phrase goes. But anyway, sparring with another person and testing skills directly, that's a pretty heavy form of combat, even if it's point-based or there's just a lot more to it. And again, or grappling or doing wrist locks or takedowns and throws. This is not what it's about. It's about some of the more basic skills. That said, it does not mean you don't get self-defense training when you're doing something like that. I mean, learning how to throw a punch, throw a kick. I mean, it's still good skills to have. It beats having none of those skills. I mean, it's not, again, if you want self-defense training, then a martial arts studio or an MMA studio might be a better place to go for just that, or both. But for this, I mean, it does not hurt learning how to throw a kick, and it certainly can come in handy if necessary. And you will become better at it and stronger at it. You will probably throw better punches. Anytime you're working with the bag and working hard, you're probably going to improve if you're doing the right technique. So you get that, you get the conditioning, some running, some calisthenics, some burpees, push-ups, sit-ups. You'll work your core, you'll work your abs, which are part of your core, your legs, of course, you will work, your arms you will work, you will get better, your little knuckles will get used to hitting a bag, even if you haven't wrapped and in gloves, it's still, there can be some soreness to something like that. So, but it depends on how hard you throw a punch, but if you can throw a good punch, and your knuckles are not used to it, they will be sore the next day, and your legs probably as well. And if you've gone past your stretched limit, a lot of other muscles will be sore too. Another thing of strong consideration is the people, the trainers that were there when I was there, only 2 of them, but the attitudes seem to be good. I mean, again, your experience may vary. There's a lot of franchises, and that means a lot of different people, and all people are different. But I found the attitudes are like really kind of motivating, but not that, I don't know, meathead or heavy-handed attitude. It's more like pushing you without just kind of saying you suck or getting in your face type thing. And then some people may want that, but maybe you can get it at other franchises, I don't know. But for me, I want someone to push, but not be too, you know what I mean, not go too far with it. So anyway, that's my review of it, nice and quick. I've enjoyed it 2 times. Next time I go up, I'll probably go again. I just think it's a great form of exercise. If they had one closer to my home, I'd probably consider signing up for that too. Although I do like going out to the garage to work out, but having someone else push you, there's just no substitute for something like that. And that's the kind of thing you need at a studio. So check it out if you're looking for something like that. Currently on our way to I Love Kickboxing. I don't know if that's the way they say it, but that's the way I say it. This is a kickboxing place. It's a franchise across America, and there's actually a lot of branches. I never heard of it before because the closest branch to c'est moi is in Brentwood, California, and I don't get to Brentwood very much. No offense to Brentwood, I don't go there. But anyway, it covers calisthenics, some stretching and conditioning, and then about half the class will be some bag work. For people that really don't want one-on-one sparring interaction, it's good for them because there's really not almost any of that. Mostly your opponent is a heavy bag, and it will hit you back as hard as you hit it. I made the mistake last time of doing that first and then going snowboarding the next day and then spending 4 days in misery because, well, I like to think I'm in good shape, but if you, every time you work something, if it's not a muscle you work a lot before, it's going to react and complain. So it did, and it was not fun. From the glutes to my glutes, I was just sore all over. Anyway, this time I staggered the snowboarding on the first day, a few days of rest, and now we'll do this. My neck is still sore from snowboarding, but I think everything else is good. I spent like half the day stretching. So we're gonna see how it goes and how sore I am after turn number 2, which is a 2-week span. So it's not like I'm building upon anything. Anything to add?
It's fun.
It's fun. Is that what you said? It's fun?
It's fun. They play really good music. They play a lot of like Pitbull and like old jams.
My goddaughter. It's fun. Yeah. And they play fun music. Okay.
I got other things to worry about. I'm a busy girl.
I know. I got so much stress. Anyway, all right, we'll check it out, and then I'll let you know how I feel in a few days. And here's the studio. No big signage. Kind of interesting, but it's not that. This is week number 2. As I said, we did week number 1. I've learned a few lessons, mainly that I can expect to be sore. In fact, I was told I'm going to be sore again, which I don't deny, but you know what? Sure, I am probably, how could I argue with that? Of course I'll be sore. But yeah, because I always do the same exact, when I work out, you know, it's like biceps, triceps, whatever. You work any other muscle and I'm going to be sore. So this is week number 2, and I think I've a few things. I'm going to go a little easier on the knuckles, because man, I mess them up next time. And other than that, I'm stretched out already, I think. Yeah, I think I'm alright, so let's do it. Okay, week 2, or I shouldn't say week 2, but class number 2 is done, 2 weeks apart. Same problem as last time. My little knuckles, they're not used to punching hard things, so that doesn't change if you only do it every 2 weeks. But great workout. My quads will be sore, I can feel that. The hamstrings. Quads will be fine. Hamstrings will be very sore. The rest of it, I think, will be okay. I don't know if I'll be sore anywhere else except there and there, but a good workout, and I feel like I feel like I earned a shake. I shouldn't, because I know better than that. But just a half a shake, which I'll eat tonight, and then half a shake tomorrow morning.